Okay, good morning, everyone. So today, some stuff is going on, and the thoughts are coming, about things taking longer than they used to, and just things taking longer in general than we want, and timing being not as we want sometimes, and we're all kind of the way the world is right now, waiting. It seems waiting for something. Whether we're waiting for, say you ordered something online and it's not coming as fast as it used to come, or, you know, you're waiting for something to happen, a shift, energetically, and it's not happening as fast as you would like it. So I heard, let's do a reading on that. We have something to say. So that's what this is about. I'm going to start with these three decks, the usual decks, and you pick your deck. And we'll see what they have to say to you about the waiting, okay? That's, the waiting, the timing, that kind of thing. All right, so let's see what they have to say to us. Here we go. All right, if you haven't picked your deck, pause the video and do so. But otherwise, I'm getting started with pile number one. And let's see what they want to say to you about waiting, timing. There we go. Okay. So this is the King of Swords. It's also the Emperor card. So this card represents having authority over your own life. You are the author of your life. So what they're saying to you is that, if it feels like you're waiting and it feels like things are not happening quickly enough for you, remember that you are the one writing your own story. You're the one, in charge. You're the Emperor. You're the King of Swords. You have the experience and the knowledge and the authority to rule in your domain. Okay, you have dominion over yourself. That's what this card is saying. So if things are not happening and not shifting, there's a reason for it that you are have created. So yeah, here we go. Let's see. Oh, not these cards. We'll keep going. Okay, it'll be one card. All right, so let's see what else they want to say. So they're saying you need to take ownership of it, basically. All right. Okay, this is in reverse. The Seven of Cups in reverse. What do they want to say with that today? Yeah, there are things that are, so this is, if it was upright, this cup would be, you'd have turned over all these cups, and then there'd be this one last cup to turn over. But this one is saying, you've turned over the last cup. So that's what I'm hearing. You've turned over the last cup. Okay, so that's all they want to say with that. Okay, they're telling me. And sevens typically say, this is typically a point where, a breakthrough point where, you've been working hard, you've been, whatever, and your perseverance starts to pay off at the 7, okay, in all seats. So you've turned over the cup. They're telling you that. So let's see what else they're going to say. Okay. You have some anxiety. You have some anxiety that's, some stress and anxiety that is, perhaps that's why things are taking longer. That's why the shift hasn't happened. That's why, you're not getting exactly what you want in the exact timing that you want. There's some anxiety, some stress, some worry, something going on. So you've turned over the cup. Together, they're saying you've turned over the cup. You've shown some willingness to move forward, but you have some anxiety still around it. Some worry, some stress, some anxiety. That's slowing you down. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so what else do they want to say? Oh, okay. No, keep going. Okay, there we go. There's the one. Yeah, it's this one. See, that one did come out, but there was the Ace of Cups. And anyways, pretty cool when that happens. So, 99. We need to look up that angel number right now. It's important. But what that is, that's the Nine of Wands, and that is the Sun card. So that's clarity, that's stability, that's, light, that's optimism, that's a big yes card, that's wish fulfillment, that's all kinds of things that are good. So they're telling you it's don't worry, don't worry. You know, it's all going to be okay. So let me see what, I just want to see what they're saying to us with 99. So it says the number denotes enlightenment and progress in one's spiritual life. It is a gift from the angels, and if you can receive it, you can count yourself among the fortunate. Okay, so you're very fortunate, So, but it's the key here. It's a gift from the angels, and if you can receive it, you can count yourself among the fortunate. That's what they want me to focus on. So this worry, okay, so you've turned over the cup. Okay, so you've given yourself this, you've offered yourself this, but the stress and worry and all of that is what's repelling it. So you're not receiving what you've given yourself. You've given yourself this, you've done this, you co-created your life and your experiences and everything with your angels and with the spirit world. So you've turned over the cup, but you're not receiving it, okay? And the 99 is telling you, if you can receive it, put this stress, anxiety, and worry aside and just receive it. You're going to be very successful. Clarity will come, stability will come, the sun will shine on you. Success, 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 right? So you need to be, you were willing to give it to yourself. Now you have to be willing to receive it from yourself in the spirit world, okay? That's what they're saying here. So for you, pile number ones, it's all up to you. That's what you have dominion over yourself. Remember we said with the emperor, it's all up to you. So you've given it to yourself, whatever this is, but you need to receive it now. You can't give anything to anyone, including yourself, if they're not willing to receive it. And this stress and this worry is what's stopping you from receiving it. So now I want to get some clarification around the stress and the worry. What is causing you the stress and the worry? Is it, no, they want me to use an oracle card. What is causing you stress and worry? Yeah, they want the gypsy cards for that one. Okay, let's see. What is at the root of your stress and worry? What are you worried about if you receive this gift that you've given yourself? Oh, falseness. Interesting. So you're having a difficult time believing. That's what it is. So this is doubt, worry, fear, stress, anxiety, provoking, from all of that. You're having a hard time, you've given it to yourself, but you're having a hard time believing. Believing is receiving. So first you perceive it, then you believe it, then you receive it. So it's the believing step, okay? So this is the perceiving. You've perceived it. You've co-created it. You've perceived it. You've envisioned it. You've, spoken it. You've said, this is what I want, etc., whatever, right? And this is the receiving part. This is the believing part. So first you have to perceive it, then you believe it, then you receive it. It's the believing that you're struggling with. I just saw 909, and they say to look that up. Nines, lots of nines for you guys. So it's the believing that you're struggling with. Believing in yourself, believing in your ability to create, all of that stuff. Okay. Yeah. So the 909 says, your angelic guardians, it's a sign from them that they have seen your efforts and wish to help you get ready for your new challenges. It is a message from the angels that you're about to embark on a new chapter in your life, and they want to help you navigate the unfamiliar territory. So It's about the unfamiliar. It's unfamiliar to you, this believing, this having what you want, the manifesting. I hear that some of you, you do believe 99% of the time. Okay, you've seen that you've been able to manifest things. You know it, and you believe 99%. You're at 99% believing. You're almost there. You need to be at 100%. Okay, you're at 99% in your believing, and they're going to try to help you get. They want to help you get to 100%. So that's really interesting. You're at 99%. Actually, 99.9. There's just this little piece of you that's still not believing, okay? That, it's that piece that says, oh, it's too good to be true. It can't be possible. It would be too good to be true. It's not, it's that doubting, it's that fear, it's that stress, it's, so let's see what they want to say about that. What would they say to you, to that part of you that doesn't believe? Okay, so interesting. Is this so? Okay, this is all about stability and financial stability for the most part. And this is your hard work is going to pay off. So your efforts will pay off. You will reap the rewards of what you've been trying to will and manifest. So these are affirmation cards saying that. The one that is making me pause is this one because it's in reverse and it's the strength card, and I just wanted to ask, is it meant to be in the reverse? Yes, it is. Okay. The part of you that doesn't believe is the part of you that, how do I say this? How are they saying this to me? It's the part of you that, that thinks that believing will make you weak. Okay, that's what this is saying. The part of you that is that 0.1% that is holding out. This part of you believes that, or thinks that believing will make you weak somehow. That's what they're saying here. Okay, but they want to reassure you. They're telling you, believe. Okay. Is it? Yeah, okay. This one first, this one second. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is usually formal celebration, and this is usually like a lot of celebration, okay? But this card, so this is a progression, the 4 to the 5 as well, just of wands. Just want to point that out. This is about, this is the devil card and the 5 of wands. And this kind of says, don't focus so much on the material, right? So, and this is the celebration card in reverse. So I'm reading this as don't celebrate the material so much. Okay, so the side of you that is causing you to doubt, to not believe, is focused on the material. It celebrates the material. Okay, it celebrates the material. So, and it believes, or it thinks, they keep correcting me, it thinks that believing in the spiritual makes you weak, and it celebrates the material. Okay, yeah. So that's what 1414, that's what they want you to look at. The part of you that, I guess, believes in the material more than the spiritual, that celebrates the material more than the spiritual, okay? So, and we just saw 1414, so it says, it's a reminder from your guardian angels that you will need to build a solid foundation for your future endeavors, okay? So it says, when you see 1414, it's time to take action. So it's time to start reaping your rewards. It's time to build this solid foundation and reap your rewards, okay? So you need to look at this side of yourself that celebrates the material over the spiritual, that thinks that the material is what makes you strong over love and compassion, because this is the strength card, and it says that you're strong through your love and compassion. This card also says your will cannot dominate anyone else's will, okay? And so this is the thing, you can't force anything. You have dominion over you, over your experience, over your creation, but not over anyone else's, okay? So that's important to note. They're drawing that out. So you might think that maybe because you can't dominate anybody else's will, that's what's causing this doubt, that you can't fully believe in yourself and your power to manifest your own will. But your power to manifest is to manifest your own will, okay? They want to make that very clear, all right? So look at the part of yourself that doubts, the part of yourself that wants to manifest for others, not just yourself, the part of yourself that celebrates the material over the spiritual, okay? Because that is that 0.1% that's keeping you from believing in your being in the fact that you're the emperor and that you can manifest and create your own life. And that's the part that's keeping you from receiving what you've already given to yourself. It's time to receive it, okay? So I've given you a lot to think about, they say, and I'm going to end it there. All right? So take a look at all of that. I'm going to move on to my group number 2 now. Okay, group number 2. This is about why are things taking so long? The timing is drawing on and on and on, etc. So what do they want to say to you about that, my group number 2? Okay, whoa. That's pretty fun. The table caught it in the wall. Okay, so you have the Judgment card. This is a spiritual awakening. This is answering a call, okay? So, you're answering a call and you're having a spiritual awakening is what they want you to know. That takes time, okay? That can't be done overnight is all I have to say about that, right? We would love it to be done overnight. We think of when people say, oh, you're going to have a spiritual awakening or you're going to answer a call or whatever, we think, okay, great. I'm going to go to sleep tonight and wake up, with all these wonderful blessings and gifts and understandings and insight, and I'm going to have the secrets to the universe and, all of that kind of stuff. And, everything's going to be great and I'm going to do wonderful things in the world and answer this call. And then when it doesn't happen, when we wake up and we're not so much what we thought that was going to be like, it wasn't an overnight sudden, lightning bolt of change, I'm kind of disappointed. That's what I'm hearing. So let's see what happens here. Okay, the Emperor again. Okay, pile number 1 had the Emperor card too. It was actually their main card. So the Emperor says, it's all up to you, right? You are the Emperor. You are the author of your life. You are the authority of your life. You are the ruler of your life. You have dominion over your life. You have dominion over yourself. You are the Emperor. You are creating this. You are making this happen for you, right? So you've chosen this awakening. You've chosen this to answer this call. You've chosen all of this. And this is you, okay? You're doing it. So if you're waiting, if things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like, well, that's because of you, okay? So similar message to the first one in that way. You can watch the first one if you choose. It might help as well. But so yeah, so that's the first thing they want you to know. You need to own it. You need to own that you are the timing. You hold the timing, right? Oh, look at that. Okay, so we have the Star card, which is the wish fulfillment card, and then the Knight of Cups, which is an offer of love, right? So, and love can be offered to you in many, many forms, right? It can be all kinds of forms. I can't even, It can be material form, it can be energetic form, it can be spiritual form, it can be romantic, it can be emotional, it can be so many things, right? So, but, so yeah, it's really up to you. Your wishes are going to come true. This is the star, and the offer, and you're offering yourself love, or you've offered yourself love, or you're being offered love. Okay, so similar. They remind me of the first reading. It's so similar. It's up to you to receive it. Okay, it's just up to you to receive it. So you've made the offer, but for whatever reason, you're not receiving it at this time. Okay, yet. It's coming. You've made the offer. You're the emperor. You've made the offer. Your wishes will come true. You're offering yourself all of the things that you want, but you need to receive them. So why are you not receiving them is the question. And I'm just waiting to hear which deck they want me to use. What is it? Okay, this one again, the Gypsy Oracle cards. So why is group number 2 not receiving their own offer of love, their own offer of everything, their wishes coming true, their own offer of a spiritual awakening and an opportunity to answer a call? Okay, interesting. So, not this card, okay, this card. So the first group, they had, interesting, first group had falseness. They had the cat and they had falseness. You have the dog and you have faithfulness. So interesting, the first group, it was that they didn't believe, they didn't fully believe that they could manifest and receive. It was like that thought of, it's too good to be true, so I can't believe it, that kind of stuff. You're showing me that you believe, you have faith, you believe, you truly believe. And that's why, you're having this spiritual awakening and you're answering the call. So, okay, now I see it. Because it's a spiritual awakening and you're answering a call, you might feel that you can't receive, okay? Because of that old adage, I think adage is the word, it is better to give than to receive. That's your issue. That's what's stalling you. That's what's slowing everything down. So there's somewhere within you that has adopted that belief system. It's better to give than to receive. All right? And I saw something the other day, and I really, really liked it. Oh, it was in a tarot card. It was about the two of cups, I think it was, or just the 2 in general. And it was interesting because, the 2 follows the 1, and it said that the 1, is that individual, unique, etc. But then to manifest, you have to become the 2, because you have to be able to give and receive, right? So when you're in oneness, it's just all happening, and there's no actual giving and receiving happening. So you have to manifest into the 2, or you have to become the 2, split into the 2 in order to give and receive to yourself. And it said something very beautiful about, I wish I had written it down or taken a picture of it, about how giving is as blessed as receiving. Okay, something like that. I'll have to find it again next time I'm there visiting with this person. But yeah, it really struck me, and it helped shift that. And I wish I could remember it, verbatim for you, so that it would help shift you as well. But so yeah, this is your challenge. This is what you're working on. This belief system that it's better to give than to receive. Okay, you need to understand that receiving is part of it. You have manifested into this physical world. You are, yes, we're all in the oneness where, you do believe in unity, which is good, and unity consciousness, but you're still living as a human being in this world where you are, part of the 2, not just part of the 1. You're also part of the 2, and part of being part of the 2 is so that you can give and receive both, so that you can manifest and see this love, right? I said this love comes in all forms, and that's what you're here doing, wanting to experience love in all forms. And you have to do that by giving it and receiving it. It can't be, if there's no giving and receiving, if there's no receiving of it, it just is, which is wonderful, but it can't be experienced the same way. Okay, that's what they're saying. It can't be experienced the same way. So you're here to experience this and this and this, right? And this, being the emperor in your own world, having dominion over yourself, okay, over your experience, over your life, etc. That's what you're here to experience. You're here to experience this spiritual awakening, this call to create and co-create and manifest and experience this, all your wishes, being able to manifest them all, and manifesting all kinds of forms of love, right? And to experience them, all right? So to experience them, the giving and receiving has to happen. They are equal. They are the same value, okay? So let go of the thought or the belief system that it's better to give than to receive. It's just not. They're equal. There's no one better than the other, and they cannot exist without each other. Okay, giving and receiving are part of the same, two sides of the same coin. So that's what your guides want you to know. Okay, so because you're having this spiritual awakening, you're answering the call, you're so faithful, you struggle with that. You struggle with that. You struggle with the receiving. You want to be giving, just giving. I hear, if you're religious and you use the term God, even God receives. God is receiving from you. You're in a partnership. This is talking, there's a lot of energy going through my hands. This is, being like the oneness splitting into two so that it can see itself, so that it can experience itself, so that it can give and receive, give to itself and receive from itself all forms of love. Okay, so this is a partnership. This is, this is not a one-way street. It's not all about giving. It's about receiving as well. So allow yourself to receive. Okay? I'm leaving you here with that. That's all they want me to tell you today. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'm going to move on to group number 3. So group number 3, the question is, what's taking so long? Basically, etc. Okay, so you guys, and it's about timing, right? So this indicates actual fast, swift movement, changes, things happening very, very quickly. So, I'm not sure. We're going to get more cards. I'm not sure if it's that maybe they're telling you things are actually happening very quickly. It just maybe seems like it's taking a long time. 8 is the mastery number. So maybe it's just seems like it's taking a long time, but it's actually happening very quickly for you, and they want to remind you of that. Or maybe things are happening too fast, and you're slowing them down because you have this belief that things are happening too fast all the time, and you're always like, whoa, 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 slow down. That is, they're saying that's the one. Yeah, it's you that's slowing it down because things are actually happening very fast, and when things are happening so fast for you, you tend to get nervous. So it's going. And there we have the Emperor card again. Okay, so all 3 piles today, the Emperor card came out. And this is the King of Swords Emperor. This card says it's all you. You're doing it. It's you. You have dominion over yourself. You are the author of your life. You have the authority over your life, over your creation, over your experience, over your being. You have dominion over you. You need to own that. This is you. You are the one. You can speed it up or slow it down. It's you. You need to own that, okay? So that's the first thing. So, all right. So no matter what pile you picked, you're getting that message. Okay. All right. So, interesting. Okay. So what they're telling me with this is that you're imprisoned by grief. You're imprisoned by grief and the past. You're imprisoning yourself by grief and the past. Okay. So you are definitely slowing things down because you're not ready to move forward into the future or the present, to step into the present or the future just yet. This is also the Justice card, which tells me that the world is fair and balanced and you do reap what you sow. Okay, so let's see what you're sowing. So you are working through a process of grieving the past and letting go of the past. You're working through a process of grieving the past and letting go of the past, okay? But you're stuck in that. You're stuck in that. So the more you focus on the past, trying to heal your past, trying to understand your past, etc., the more you're imprisoning yourself there. That's what you're reaping, what you're sowing. You're keeping yourself stuck in the past. Okay? Yeah, you're keeping yourself stuck in the past by focusing on it. Okay. So what else did they want to tell you? No, not yet. No, sorry. It's these cards. So what do they want to tell you about this? What you're doing to yourself here. Give us some clarification around this. What's holding us in the past? What are we so focused on that we're keeping ourselves in the past here? There we go. Whoops, sorry. Almost. Misfortune. Okay, so you've had misfortune in the past. Yeah. Okay, that makes complete sense. You've had some misfortune in the past. You've experienced some loss in the past, whether it's financial, physical, emotional. I mean, it could be a number of things, right? It could be the loss of a person. It could be the loss of finances. It could be the loss of a home. You know, this is a burning building here. Some of you could have even had this specific type of loss. So you've experienced some misfortune in the past, and you keep you're focused on it. You're focused on that, and so you're reaping that. And that's why you slow things down when things start to look good. When things start to move forward, you're like, whoa, because you're afraid of experiencing this misfortune again. You feel like you're that person that's always waiting for the other shoe to fall, okay, or for the floor to fall out from under you. Those expressions. So you're slowing yourself down, because in the past you've built something, or you've had some sort of fortunate experience, you've suffered a loss, a misfortune, and that's what you're focused on, and that's what you're creating. It's like a loop, okay? And so how do they suggest you move through this and get through this? What do you need to do is what I'm going to ask them now. All right. What cards would you have me use to deliver this message of what to do about this, right? Because we don't want to stay here in this loop where we're slowing ourselves down, always putting the brakes on. I just see you always putting the brakes on, okay? Because you're afraid of this happening. What do they want to say to you? What cards? Okay, we're going to use these cards. Healing with Angels. Healing with the Angels. Okay, let's see what they want to tell you with these cards. Okay, this one came out right away. Self-acceptance. And this one, divine guidance. Okay. Self-acceptance and divine guidance. Okay. So the key to it all is self-acceptance. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Let yourself off the hook, I hear. Okay? Yes, you created this misfortune for a purpose, right? For a learning purpose, for an experience, etc. You kind of know that you created it, and so you're afraid you're going to create it again. This is what it's telling me. So, you need to forgive yourself for this misfortune that you know ultimately you co-created with Spirit for some sort of learning, and the learning was self-acceptance. That's what they're telling you. That's what the divine guidance is saying. To accept yourself no matter what. To love yourself unconditionally no matter what. in failure, in grief, in sorrow, in, whatever. It's all about the lesson that you created this experience for was for self-acceptance, to accept yourself no matter what, to love yourself no matter what, to love yourself and accept yourself unconditionally. Okay? So just do that. And if you're doing that, if you're accepting yourself no matter what, and loving yourself no matter what, and letting yourself off the hook for this past, whatever it was, you can then move forward without this fear. You won't have to put the brakes on, and it will happen much more quickly for you. Okay? Is there something else they want to say? Yes, there is. All right. All right, be patient. Okay. Will be patient. All right. So we have the manifestation and serenity card. So we know that you can manifest. You've seen it. You've manifested maybe things that you didn't really enjoy. So you understand this wholly. You have the power to manifest. So serenity, when I see the serenity card, I'm reminded of the Alcoholics Anonymous prayer for serenity. I'm not sure, but it says, and I'm going to get it wrong too, but it says something like, give me something about accepting the things you don't have control over. Okay? So, although you know that you manifest and that you, co-create and manifest and all that kind of stuff, there are things that you don't have control over. You can't control all outcomes all the time, right? So serenity, the key to serenity is self-acceptance and accepting that you don't always have control, and you have dominion, but you don't always have control. Okay? And so, it's accepting all outcomes. So I always talk about this. The key to manifesting is you manifest, it's thought, word, deed. So you think, you envision, you think of what you want, and then you speak it. That's the word. You speak it, you voice it. And then the doing, we think, is the controlling, is, okay, now I'm going to do this, this, and this, and I'm going to have this, this, and this, and whatever. But the actual doing is to release all attachment to all outcome. Okay? You have to be willing to accept that you don't have control over the outcome, okay, when you're manifesting. Because if you did have control over the outcome, you would be very limiting. Because when you're manifesting, you have, as a human being, you have a much smaller picture than the big picture. And so if you release all attachment to all outcome, you can be given, more can manifest. It can be limitless, the manifestation. Right now you're limiting. You're trying to control it because you're afraid of this misfortune happening against you. You're trying to control, and that's, then you start limiting it, and then when you start limiting it, that's when it starts spiraling down, okay, instead of spiraling up. That's how they're showing it to me. So it's really about accepting yourself and accepting that you have no control. You have dominion, authority and dominion, but no control. Okay? You can't will others. You can't will the universe. You can will yourself. If that makes any sense somehow. Makes sense to me in this moment. Hopefully it makes sense to you. So your lesson is to accept yourself and all outcome of your manifestation. Okay? That's how you'll bring serenity to yourself. Peace. Okay? And that's what you're here to learn. That's it. And that's why you created this misfortune. All right? You faced your worst fears. You've already faced them. You've been there, done that. All right? Accept it. Allow it. Forgive it. Trust that it had value. Honor it. Value it. Believe in it. Love it. Surrender it. Okay? And move forward. Let it go and move forward. That's what I'm hearing. You faced your worst fears, so there's no need to keep recreating it and keep fearing it. You survived. You came through the other side. You're still here. Right? They want me to leave it there for you. That's all. Okay? So you guys go have a beautiful day. I hope that helped in some way. Bye-bye.